Good morning, everybody. I'm Dave with Nelson Creek Farms, coming to you live today from a rather cool southern Idaho. Today is one of those days where I warned you about in the last video or so that we were going to have a few videos skipped around. Well, today is one of them. So stay tuned. It's a little bit 3 weeks ago or so when I filmed this that's coming. Anyway, enjoy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the farm. It is a beautiful but cloudy, filter came out, Tuesday the 11th of April 2023. We're doing a little service work on the lawnmower. Looks like that filter was ready to come out. Been fishing around looking for a new filter system for this thing, and every place I went, nobody seems to have one anymore. So I guess I'm going to have to start hitting the local lawnmower repair shops instead of the hardware stores and the auto parts stores where I've been buying this stuff. Anyway, get the new filter in there and this pre-cleaner screen to catch all the big stuff. We'll get that crammed in there, kind of like that, and we'll put that cover back on. Anywho, yeah, gonna take care of the weed patch a little bit today. I'm still waiting on the guy to show up to do the digging of the trench to bury the main irrigation pipe and whatnot, but yeah, we'll finish servicing this thing and get to projects today. And if you don't have one of these handy dandy little channel lock filter wrenches, the number 209, this is the little one, you need to get one. They are a absolute blessing in disguise for removing filters, especially like that one right there. It's just a little bit tight. I went up to my local auto parts store. Oh, look, a plug. And I'm not even getting compensated for it. Oh, that hurts. Anyway, I went up to the local auto parts store to get the air filter and the oil filter, neither of which they had in stock. They could get the oil filter, but they'd had to order it out of another store across country. So I remembered I happened to have a bunch of these Russo L30s that fit this. So, yeah, I had my own filter. But what I did ask Anthony up at, oh, look, a product brand plug. Oh, and I'm not getting paid for it. Anyway, I did ask him for some coolant for this engine. When I handed him this antifreeze tester, and he said, okay, what kind of coolant do you want for it? I said, clear. Took him a minute, and I finally said, yeah, you know, it's called air. Yeah. Anywho, you got to have a little bit of fun throughout the day, or why bother? Well, let's get the plug back in this drain hose here. And, yeah, we'll put this thing together and get her going. Interesting little deal here. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it's a hose that comes out of the engine instead of a plug. It has a little cap on it. It says oil, and it snaps to the side of the thing here. I would have rather it had a little short piece of pipe stick out about that far with a cap on the end of it. I may change that yet. I'm not a real fan of that hose because you can't get a container underneath the lawnmower in the first place to catch any of the oil. So, yeah. I'll get this area under here cleaned off so we can install that new oil filter without getting dirt and grime in it. It's another thing I don't like about these Cub Cadets. They got the oil filter up there where you can't see how much dirt and crud you're knocking off onto the filter. But, you know, it is what it is. Put a little bit of oil on that gasket on that filter. Stick your finger in there. Oh, you can't do that. I forgot. These come with a plastic cover on the end of them. Yeah, keep the dirt and grime from getting in them. Well, they're sitting on a shelf somewhere. There we go. And on with the new filter. On and 3/4 of a turn. Yeah, something about like that. Now we pull out the dipstick, give it a good wipe with a clean rag, and we insert some new 30 weight. I'm doing this because the weather we've been having is horrible. Rain, snow, wind, cold, just nasty. I think today I saw it was supposed to be somewhere in the mid-upper 40s with rain and snow coming again and more winds. Anyway, we'll dump that 1 quart in there. I'm just putting, oop, I missed. Anyway, we'll put that 1 quart in there and let it sit for a bit and see what how full it is. Say, if someone threw a rock at you and knocked you off your donkey, would you be considered stoned off your ass? Well, yes, that lawnmower does run. Runs very well. I pulled the bolts loose on the battery terminals and hooked them back up just to make sure they were good and clean and had a good contact with the battery post, and it fired right up and ran. But we had some wind last night that caused something to block my driveway. Now, unless you're watching this on a screen that's fairly large, there's a neighbor's wheel line sitting here at the end of my driveway. Yeah, wheel lines are irrigation sprinkler things that we use out here in good old southern Idaho, or Idafornia as I'm liking to call it these days. Anyway, like on this joint right here, there is a sprinkler. Yeah, a little sprinkler head right there. Yeah. They hook it up to an underground pipe full of water. Water charges this pipe that the wheels are bolted to, and yeah, fills up, and then comes out the sprinkler heads. We had a real good wind, like I said, and it rolled across from over there. Fortunately for me, it doesn't appear that the wheel line has caused any damage to my side of the property. In fact, it's held up by the mailbox post. Well, the wheel line is back across the street. That's the hop of the finger. Wheel line's back across the street where it belongs. In a little bit of that segment a minute ago, you probably noticed a white pickup pulling up. That's my neighbor, Derek, from across the street. Yeah, he and I rolled that thing back across the street. It doesn't weigh much. Wasn't a bad deal. Didn't tear up any of my stuff. Didn't tear up any of his stuff. So far, it's been a good day. I've been having really weird dreams lately at night. In fact, just last night, I was dreaming that I was swimming in a sea of orange soda. Woke up, realized it was just a Fanta sea. Get it? Fanta, the soda pop? Okay. Bad joke. Well, it's getting to be about that time of day. In fact, it's 6:30, which is my favorite time of day. Hands down. Anyway, on that note, I'm Farmer Dave. We're going to wrap things up for today. I'm going to go in. Starting to get cool. We got another cold front coming through the valley here. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be in for about a week worth of bad weather. Welcome to Idafornia. That's just the way it is every year. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later. As always, don't forget, right down there, click on the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, let me know what you think of the content in the columns below. Comments, comments, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, and we'll catch up with you later. Meantime, you all have a wonderful day. I'm Farmer Dave. We'll catch up with you later. Bye-bye.